They're running.
Get up!
Oh no!
Rest up, bro. Give me rest. Give me the rest, people.
Okay. Then that's
This is Steve Harvey, and you're now watching the Don't Piss Me Off morning show.
Quite frankly, this is the best morning show I have ever heard. Let's make YouTube great again.
Good morning. Welcome to the DPMO morning show, the Don't Piss Me Off morning show. One of the hottest morning shows in the morning, okay? That's the only way it can be. Look at us. We did it, y'all. We act like we ain't just
made it
together
Yeah, no choice.
3 minutes ago. Good morning to everybody. Before we start, man, let's start speaking to everyone. We got my girl Cena in here, Maisha, Ashley, Heather, good morning. Ashley, good morning. I am, good morning. Raven, good morning. Quita, good morning. Everyone, good morning. Good morning.
Wake y'all ass up. Yeah.
All right, y'all. We got some of the greatest hosts in the world that got their own platforms, but we come together here and we play off each other's energy. Y'all. We got my girl Kelly Corinne in the building.
hey everyone.
Black_TV. If you're not following his YouTube, I don't know what you're doing. Y'all
Man,
make sure
yesterday was bullshit. Ain't nobody. I ain't get no views on nothing yesterday. So shit.
What time did you go live?
Same time 2K did.
What time? What 9:15?
8:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I ain't. I shouldn't be dependent on your fan base. I have my own little conglomerate.
Yeah.
Like you should. As a content creator, I know we work together and everything, but I should not have to be dependent on another content creator traffic flow.
And for what it was, you ain't never been dependent on me. Like you had your own shit established before me.
I just had a bad day yesterday.
Yeah, you do have them bad. It's some days I hop on and it's literally like 300 people, but fuck it, let's rock.
Shit, 300 people, a good day for me.
Yeah, I just
like my whole thing is like I'm not like a live streamer. I'm more of like a video. Like I get a lot of views off of videos, but like I really just now I'm starting to go live regularly. So
do you feel like that? Do you feel like the algorithm is now pushing you to have to make live videos? Because that is a thing. You got more and more people who was doing videos trying to live stream now, and I think like we kind of being forced to do this.
It's way more beneficial going live because I guess because of like it's like YouTube changed the algorithm to where watch time is like very important. So you can get more watch time just going off live. So
what messed you up though was because you coming off that strike. It's something when you come off that strike. No, it does, because you're not the only person.
It was the same thing before the strike. It was damn near the same way. Like I don't consistently go live like 2K every other day.
Okay,
I might go live.
I know somebody that had got a strike and that it messed them all up with the algorithm, but I believe you.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. If you're a content creator, man, hold your head. Better days are on their way. No matter if you think you're doing good, you can still always want better. It's time to get into the philosophy bag, okay? Shout out to all the moderators in the building. I think I just seen Twink Dog sneak in here. Shout out.
Stay late.
Yes, Twink is gonna be late, especially in the morning. Raven probably not come at all. Solo Dolo always gonna be here. Always.
And Mama, she just come whenever she want.
Yeah.
Black, you're a liar. Wait, 2K. Black,
What?
You're a daggone liar. You got 1.2 1,000 views 2 days ago on a Cardi B video.
That's
knew
a
it.
video. That's not a live stream, Kelly.
Same difference.
No, it ain't. It's not the same.
All right.
It's not the same, Kelly. I promise.
All right, so he go out philosophy quote of the day. When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. Then you will forget your anger. And this right here, super, super, super true. Anytime I be mad at somebody, like, let's just say I'm mad. This is just an example. I'm mad about Black editing my video. I don't like it. And I think about it like, damn, when I edited the video, it was more fucked up than this. Then instantly, I can't be mad no more. It's like the anger just go.
Because you can do it.
Because I can do it, but I fuck it up way more than you ever could. So think about that next time you angry. Just think about how to look if you did it and when you failed doing it. And then I promise you, your anger is going to be gone. Like, gone.
I just take it out on people. I don't give a fuck.
See, look. that's the wrong answer. Why you always got to use Black? Because I know he going to be mad when I do it.
Thank you.
Just like he take it out on people, I take it out on him. He'll be all right, big boy. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the icebreaker. And this one gonna be interesting. Forget the genders on this one. It just so happens to be a woman doing it to a man. Let's just swap the genders out, okay? So let me pull this up. Excuse me. Okay. I had this about a week or two, but I don't know why I never used it. But okay. A Florida man says he's been paying $2,500 a month in rent, living with his girlfriend. But recently, he found out she has a $106 housing voucher. How would you feel if you found out that you've been paying bills and your significant other has a voucher that allows them not to pay and they've been pocketing the money this whole time?
We're going to be moving furniture. That's what we're going to be doing.
Hold on. I need some more clarification. So when you say she had 106 housing voucher, are you saying that she only had to pay $106 and she was pocketing the $2,500, or was she just not on the voucher and he was paying for the rent?
No, so he thought he was under the assumption that the rent was $2,500.
Oh,
the rent was only $106
because she on Section 8. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Yeah. So how would you feel moving forward, like with their relationship?
I'll let Black go first, and then I'll go.
She. Okay, so she's staying with me, right?
Now, in this scenario, you staying with her. Y'all stay with each other.
And I'm paying all the bills, and she got a voucher to where the rent could be lower.
You don't even have to pay all the bills. You just paying $2,500. I feel like paying $2,500 is enough.
Let's look at it like this. You think that you gonna have, or you paying the full amount of rent? Like you think you being a man of the house and you paying the rent. You think that it costs $2,500 to stay there?
Yeah.
She's a thief.
We're gonna be moving some motherfucking furniture.
She's a thief.
I don't care if she is a woman. You play with my money. It's your ass, Mr. Postman.
That was to say that type of stuff gets you killed. People died over less.
Like,
that's
crazy. Man, I worked hard for my money.
Yeah.
I have to explain. When you have to explain how you make your money to somebody, it's something serious. Like that's one thing I tell men about dating. Like when you go on a first date with a woman, go to somewhere cheap, because if you go somewhere and you be like, I took her to a nice dinner, I did this, I did that, then she ghosts you after the next day, it's your fault because you spent $500 on an elegant meal. It's your fault. You have to spend low. Like I'm all about providing for women. I'm all about providing. Like if I get married, I want to provide. But if you play with my money, is you playing with my emotions, Smokey. I don't care if you're man, woman, dog, cat, giraffe. It don't matter. I'm gonna get in that ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this isn't a common thing. Well, not common. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is a common thing. I think my mama used to do something like this. I know women in the neighborhood used to do shit like this. I don't think that this is too far fetched, if I could say.
Okay, how would you feel? For me, the amount does play a factor. Now, let me be clear. If you tell somebody that you need your rent or whatever the bill is, you say the bill is $500, but the bill is $400, I'm still looking at you as a thief because you misrepresented something. You're still a deplorable human being. But the fact that it was $2,500 and it was only $106, that's, for me, the severity is worse because you was pocketing $2,500 is not chicken feed for most people. Okay. Yeah. So that substantial amount of money, you're really a deplorable person. Like I can see you up it $100. It's still wrong. You're still a thief, but $2,500, that's crazy work. That's
okay. Money.
So like I said, people die over that.
Now I'm with y'all, but I'm trying to play devil's advocate. I'm trying to make it make sense. Would it be okay if, like, because if he thought the rent was $2,500 and he was paying it, like, is it really a problem?
Yeah.
Is it a problem? Is it a problem? You better
because
you
listen,
he pull that card out. Is it a problem? Give me $2,500 then if it ain't a problem.
Well, listen, okay. So first of all, it's definitely immoral. Let's get that out of the way.
Jesus.
If I were to find out the relationship is over, like, these are grounds for termination because, like, I need to know I can trust you. And the fact that you did this right here, I can't rock out with you.
You can never trust that person. That person's a liar. They're a thief. You can't trust a thief.
So let me move the goalpost a little bit. What if they moved in the house and it was $2,500, then the voucher kicked in probably 6 months later, and then she don't tell him?
She's a liar and a thief.
Still.
She should get her ass beat.
Yeah. Because why would you not tell? Why would you, like, it's like, you're a liar and a thief. Like, if I could save you some money, I want you to save that money. Like, I don't know. This is a horrible, people have died over less. I'm sorry to be so dramatic. That's insane.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something, 2K. These right here are equal opportunities. It can go from this right here to
and you know what?
Sorry, you play with my money. That's the only answer I can get. I can't break it down, give you a better analysis of it. You play with my money, it's over. Like, really? Why would she withhold that?
But
like, why would she withhold it?
She greedy. She greedy.
Is he getting what he paid for, though? Oh, hear me out.
$2,500 worth of cooking?
Listen,
is she cooking? Is
now,
she cleaning?
Hold on, Black. Is he getting what he paid for?
Is she cooking? Is she
let
cleaning?
Me ask the question, Black.
Hell no, he ain't getting what he getting. It just
can I ask the question? You acting like Kels.
No, don't do that now.
Let me ask the question. Is he getting what he paid for?
No.
In the sense,
no, because you can get the same thing for $40 on the street.
Let me ask the question. I'm not done, Black. I'm saying, is he getting what he's asking, what he paying for? And what I mean by that is, he looked at the house, he evaluated it. Okay, I got a roof over my head. It's nice, cool neighborhood. This is worth $2,500 a month.
He is, and I'm gonna tell you what her
Man, I was
effed
gonna
up
answer.
my
Go ahead,
no,
tell
I'm
me
gonna
though.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you what her effed up mindset was, because she's on Section 8. In her brain, she said, well, if I wasn't with him, I would have to pay 105, because when it's based off your income and whatnot. So she's also defrauding the government, because you're not supposed to have another person in there. She wouldn't have qualified for the voucher with the man, with his income. So in her effed up brain, oh, I should be able to pocket this, because if it wasn't for him, this is what I would have to pay. So it's his fault. You get what you see what I'm it's a crazy
but
effed up
okay,
He
so
don't
mindset.
know
in
nothing
business,
about it though.
Right. He don't know nothing about it, but in her
So how is
brain,
it his fault?
so let me bring this example. In business, a lot of us as consumers know that we're getting cheated. Like the Gucci store, right? We know that they made this shirt $10 in a factory. All right, but we know we're gonna pay thousands for it.
I'm not.
But we feel like that it holds its weight and quality. Okay, so
right.
we don't mind about paying it because we feel like that it is worth it, even though we not looking at what you paid for. If you look at it like this, it's kind of nothing wrong. Because just like the shirt, we know this shirt costs $10 and they made this motherfucker in China and they sent it over and sold it for $5,000. But the shirt still has great quality and we felt like we got our money worth. If we were paying $2,500 a month for rent and he felt like he was getting his money worth, then is it really a problem?
The problem is that she lied. That's the problem. The problem is that she lied and she's deceitful. That's the problem. Because here's the thing. She could have told him and he might have looked at it like, well, and again, they still breaking the law because they shouldn't be on a voucher with two incomes, but whatever. He might have looked at it like, okay, well, I could put this $2,500 away and save this, and then we can go buy a house. You know what I'm saying? And her dumb butt, because she's a liar and a terrible person, I bet you $5 she didn't save an ounce of that money. Or saved a little teeny bit.
And like sometimes, like I just write shit off as an L and just don't give a fuck. Cause like, even if you get like your girl money, like let's say you give your girl $2,000 for school shopping for y'all children. I guarantee she'll never ever in your fucking life bring you back no change. Not one time. She done went in that store and found every great deal that she could find to save money, not to give back to you. But you don't care because it was worth it that your kids got buku clothes for school.
I get that.
So this kind of like the same shit. It's just in a kind of extreme scenario.
Mm-hmm.
I have never gotten change back from my girl, ever, that I can remember.
Man.
She taxed you.
They always tax. That's why, like, when you give the money, like, this the budget, and like this kind of why like niggas tag along, because we know you will fuck half of the money up at your favorite store. So when a dude do go with you, it's to make sure like that is allotted to everything that I put it on.
Yeah, but in that scenario, I know that's gonna happen. In the housing situation, the nigga didn't know she had that voucher. That
it was a lie.
Does an ass whooping need to be handed out?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I won't whoop her ass, but I definitely man, I'm just at a point now where I'm gonna show you my value in your life. I'm not gonna beat your ass. I'm not gonna argue. Sometimes you just got to starve that motherfucker out. Let me show you what I mean to you, because you forgot. So that's the type of time you got to be on, bro. Like, listen, because you can't really put your hands on them, man. Listen, let me cut your water. Let me show you who I was to you, because you forgot.
Yesterday,
I'm okay with an ass whooping, though. I'm okay with it. Some people deserve it.
But just don't cut your resources.
2K, yesterday you said women need to start getting beat again. Did you not say that yesterday?
We're not supposed to do that, Black. We're not supposed to bring up.
I ain't supposed to cheat on my taxes, but I do.
I think women need their ass whooped every day, but I don't whoop ass every day though. Like to me, that I think an ass whooping should be handed out daily for some of these women.
She deserved it. She deserved that. If I saw on the news that a man sent this woman to the hospital and that was the story, I'm gonna say, "Oh, free that man." That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but okay, let's go ahead and get to this next topic because
Shante talking about some change. What's that? Yeah, it's an ass whooping.
No, that's not the same.
A change of address.
Yeah,
because your ass gonna be gone. 2K, please, you need your ass whooped daily. Now, cuz listen, bro. If I told you I was an African prince and I needed 10,000 and I gave you 100,000 next week, and you send,
you send they locking me up. Yeah.
Oh,
that's a scam, Tia.
yeah, T.O. You right, bro. You right. But don't you know we kind of get upcharged? Like we get upcharged backwards. This how the women brain work. They fuck with the rich niggas for free and then ask the broke niggas to pay their cell phone bill.
And that is a broad that'll never land a rich guy. That is a very stupid broad. I got a story for y'all since y'all like my stories. I got a story for y'all.
Who said they like you like your story?
Who told you we like your story?
Chat did.
Okay. Let's go chat.
So when I was single, I went out with this guy, and this guy, he was successful, and he had told me he had got some type of Mercedes. I can't remember what it was. I'm surprised I don't know what it was, but he got some type of Mercedes, and he already had a Porsche. Now he was bragging on this Mercedes. Now what I said to him, I said, "Oh, you must want me to drive this Mercedes, because I don't give a F about your Mercedes, because unless I'm going to benefit directly from it, don't impress me." Okay. And he didn't say anything else after that. But I don't give a crap. So these broads that are not taxing the rich guy, you're stupid, because that's what he's for. That's what he's for. Why would you tax the working man who will give you his last dollar, and then it's a guy? Because if you're in my brain, if you rich, you got it to be generous with, and if you're not being generous, get the flick out of here. But I understand the stupid concept. The concept is, let me not ask for nothing so he can think I really like him, and they think they playing the long game whole time they getting played.
Hold on right quick. Hey, good morning. What's happening?
Good morning. How everybody doing? Your mom and them and all them.
Everybody doing good. What's up? What you got to say?
I'm just calling being messy on another note. Is it okay for me to do that?
No, I can't be messy before 1. Well, 12:30.
What time is it?
It's 11:23.
Well, I'll call you back and tell you about Maine and Caution getting into it then. Bye.
Okay. So
hey, hold on. For that, we cutting y'all water off. For that.
Oh yeah, she got the water cut out early.
Y'all fucking water off.
Y'all meet us on the DPO Morning Show page, man. Meet us over.
Yeah.
But in summation, those women that do that are stupid, and they never land the big fish. They never land the whale.
Yeah, because they be playing, like, I guess by not asking, they think that the rich guy is gonna have the assumption that they got it.
Yeah.
But it kind of had like the opposite effect. Like, no, we don't think that you got it. You just not asking.
And you're a jerk. Because you making the poor guy spend for that pussy, charge that rich guy. And and that's how I know these, because if there are these liberal women, I'm making it political now, these liberal feminist women that do that, y'all are the ones that are always talking about, we got to pay your fair share. The rich got to pay their fair share. But you're not making those rich guys pay their fair share. You're taxing the little guy. Shame on you hoes.
Shame on you hoes.
And don't be scared, y'all, because like if a nigga got some money, dog, it is a part of their identity. And it's okay. It is okay to ask people with money to spend money on you. It is okay. It is part of his identity. He do not look at it as tricking. Just ask. Just ask. Don't run out. Ask. Okay.
Facts, Desiree. If you can steal from your spouse, you'll steal from anyone. Absolutely.
Facts. Facts. Okay, so let's get into it. Here we go.
Yeah, let's get to arguing.
Do marriage make sense financially for men today?
Fuck no.
Or for anybody. Well, nah, for me.
Listen, I'm not getting married legally. You're going to have the ceremony, you're going to have the family, but there is no legal documentation.
This is what this little new generation. These little YN. If your thought is, I don't want to get married because I don't want to lose anything, my question is going to be, are you marrying the right person? If you marry the right person and you've done your due diligence, 9 out of 10 times, you won't have these problems. Clearly, I didn't do my due diligence. There will be an instance like my situation where I married someone who pretended to be something, ended not being who I thought he was, and then now I'm losing everything. So marriage is the number one way to build wealth. When you make that formal commitment, not playhouse, not pretend to be married, if you marry a real woman, she's going to fight for you. She's going to pray for you. She's going to pour into you. She's going to lift you up. She's going to make you feel like you are the man. And when you marry her, you give her that security that you're there. If you don't marry her, in the back of my mind, well, you're not all in. So if you're not all in, why am I all in? If you're not in, why am I pushing these kids? We aren't all in. The prenuptial agreement, make sure that what you have and what she has doesn't combine. Women, make sure there's an infidelity clause in the prenuptial agreement.
Men are saying,
Kels, how do you feel about that, Kels? Can marriage still work without the legal paperwork?
Okay.
Do you feel like if
yeah.
Do you feel like if a prenup is asked for, or I'm not legally married to you, that you think that I'm not all in on you?
For my personal opinion, if you don't sign that paper, it's not a binding contract. It's not anything. That's just my personal opinion on the matter.
So are you looking for a contract, or are you looking for marriage?
For me, it's the same. Like you're not married unless you are officially married. Okay. I am of the opinion, and I'm consistent. I am of the opinion, men that have multiple wives, okay? In my opinion, he's only married to that first wife, because whatever goes down, he's only legally married to one. Common law marriage is not married to me. It's not a marriage. You're either married or you're not.
Get her, 2K. Get her. And I'll tag in.
And let me be clear.
Get her, 2K, and I'll tag in later.
In the society we live in, we are not living 2,000 years ago where there was no legal marriage, where when you slept with a person, that was now your wife, and you were husband and wife. Like, it's people, because people always like to bring up this argument. Well, people were married before they were signing these contracts. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. That is not the society that we live in. So, and there's no tag in it. I mean, this is just my opinion. Like, some people live unmarried lives for a very long time. You got what's the guy's name? Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. You know, the dude from Kiss, Gene Simmons and his baby mother. You know, some people do that, but common law marriage is not officially married.
So you think that getting paperwork and having a husband on the, like, it's synonymous with each other?
Yes.
Okay, so can I ask you this? What do you love about the paperwork?
It is official. It's a real marriage. You're really married.
So give me some of the qualities of the paperwork that you love, that you are comparing your husband to. Like your husband, like protection, leadership, guidance. How can you dare compare this man to a piece of sheet of fucking paper with some ink on it. How do you think that the two are synonymous?
Again, I can only speak for me. The reason why it was so important for me to get married, it was for religious reasons. Okay. No matter what we did or what anyone does, unless you are legally married, you're not married in the eyes, in my opinion, my religious beliefs, you're not married under the eyes of God. So everything is fornication. You have sex, you're fornicating, you're sinning against God. Not to mention again to what the woman was saying, building wealth. If anybody's husband drops dead, they know they will be first in line for whatever benefits, whatever finances that go along with it. That's me. Somebody goes in the hospital, whatever the case may be, I'm going to be the one to say, I have the authority to say, oh no, we pulling the plug. We not pulling the plug. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I am your legal wife in every sense of the word. That's what it is for me. To each his own.
So the paper that you comparing your husband to, basically you need the rights to kill the nigga.
Yep.
And you need the rights to get everything after you done killed the nigga. And
I don't want to be fornicating. I don't want to sin against God. Yep.
I didn't know God did paperwork.
Oh shit! You know who else didn't have paperwork? Adam and Eve.
I already talked about this. I already dispelled that argument.
You done done enough talking. You have done enough talking.
Right. We done let you rock out for 5 minutes.
Didn't no vows get exchanged with them? I guarantee you no rings was exchanged between them. Like this whole shit. And I'm glad you said what you said, because fellas, I need y'all to know that y'all are being compared to a piece of paper. The piece of paper. No. The piece of paper don't have heart or soul, feelings, none of the above. That's what you are compared to as a husband.
Don't listen to 2K. This man is married.
I tell you what.
This is a married man.
And
I'm saying this stuff.
Listen,
I ain't married.
Act like just because a nigga got a Benz, he can't tell you about the box Chevy.
This is the thing.
Listen, I can talk about both. I have been on both sides of the fence. That's just like saying 2K was never married. I ain't always been married.
Right. Yeah, me neither.
Black, you're living your raps. I'm okay with you with this position. You're not living your raps, 2K.
2K got experience in both fields. Black can't.
But you're married. If you don't believe it's a scam because you did it.
Black can't give you the other side of it. I can give you both perspectives. And fellas, what Kelly is saying is true. These women are valuing this piece of paper, the same as or more important than the actual husband they have. Listen, if somebody run in that motherfucking house and try to kill you, you pull out them goddamn papers and see what the fuck they gonna get you. You pull it out. Hey, I got my marriage papers. Pull it out.
Well, I will say this. If you die, I know I get everything and not your mama. Or not your cousin or whatever.
Damn.
Because hold on, 2K, because it was me that was holding. I'm not going to use myself because I don't want people to think I'm really talking like this. It's not the woman, because it was the woman that was up cooking these meals. It was the woman that was sucking his DICK. It was the woman that bared them kids. So it should be some concessions that go along with that. In marriage is it.
And this what the fuck they talking about. You see this title? Does marriage make sense financially for a man today? No. Because the second I die, the only fucking thing you worry about what the fuck you get. And make it so it don't go to another bitch.
Yeah.
Hell no, it don't matter. No. Because we pay with our life, fellas. We pay with our fucking life, and the only thing they worry about is what the fuck they getting in our afterlife.
Right.
No, it's not worth it. These bitches are trifling.
It should go to the wife because she was there laid up. Your mama wasn't sucking your dick, so why should it go to your mama?
Wow.
And she,
you know how many bitches suck my dick before you?
Wow.
And you didn't marry them.
You didn't even do it the best. Shut up. Oh,
You didn't marry them. You didn't marry them.
You didn't even do it the best.
You didn't marry them. What you did was
I didn't marry them either.
You made an honest woman out of that woman. You elevated that woman. You said, of all these other broads that S my dick, I'm willing to give you covering. Okay, I didn't give them no covering. I'm willing to give you covering. And if the woman values herself, that's what she will demand.
And the only thing you gave him was your fucking ass to kiss. You ungrateful sons of bitches.
Yeah.
You cannot get married. Black's not married. You can choose to not get married.
So, just to hard back on the question, man, like, does it make sense financially for a man? And this is where we at with society, bro. This is really how dudes are looking at it, bro. Like, it just don't make sense. Like, we gain nothing. A man who has found the wife has found the good thing. Okay, what else? What else come with this? What else?
Nothing.
Men get married because they don't want another man to take the woman. That's why
it worked out for the shadow band man, whatever his name is. He's under they ain't got no paperwork, and it's working out pretty fine with him.
I don't know his life. I don't know what they got going on.
Listen,
he said it on the show.
He said he was not married. That doesn't mean he's not going to marry that girl.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, bro, to be honest, like, most men marry women out of just making y'all an honest woman. Not fucking fear.
I think it's fear. If they really don't want to get, they know they have to get married, because if they don't, that woman will marry somebody else. So they have to lock her down.
Listen, I guarantee you, a nigga marrying another bag of these fucking problems and some pussy I've been getting for umpteen years anyway, is not gonna be what the fuck I'm scared of. I'm more scared of how this shit gonna turn out. The reason why men marry is because we do respect y'all, we do love y'all, we do want to make y'all honest women. But the part that's to be scared, I might lose every fucking thing. Just because you want to put you first today. Just because I woke up mad today. So no, fellas, it is not worth it. You are paying with your life, you're paying with your finances, and these women have to put nothing on that table. This is the best bet a woman can do. Get married.
Yeah.
It's an extremely profitable business for y'all.
And not only that, it ups her worth, okay? It ups her worth, because at least this, like you said, made an honest woman out of her.
Another benefit for her.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
All right, well, let me ask y'all this right here, married people. If you knew, like, let's say hypothetically, like imaginary land, let's say Donald Trump makes all marriage documentation non-existent today. Are y'all gonna stay with y'all significant other?
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, so why does the paperwork matter?
It don't matter,
I already explained it. I already explained why.
It only matters because they want to take your ass for everything, whether you here or you alive. That's the only reason it matters, bro. I was down to, listen, when you get married, there's no change. I'm not taking my love to an astronomical level for you. We not going to another level. The way I've been loving you is the way I'm gonna love you. These are just the facts. I was been willing to die for you. But you telling me that I got to make it, I got to do something to prove myself more.
You're living in sin, though.
Dang, bro.
Fuck sin. The nigga died for us. What are you? I'm helping him out.
I mean, some people believe in Jesus, though. So some people believe.
I get it. Listen,
I believe in Jesus, but still.
Listen. You can believe in Jesus. That's fine. I don't mind. But if he died for my sins, let me make sure his death went in vain. Let me keep sinning.
Yeah.
You can do that and you go to hell. Some people don't want to go to hell.
You know what's hell like for a man? It sounds like divorce. When a motherfucker taking you for all of your shit. That's hell.
You cannot get married. You can and you cannot get married.
Well, hell if you do, hell if you don't.
I mean, you got married, so you
Kelly, I still got
saw the value.
So how?
And
I'm
go
not
ahead.
married, Kelly. So
And you even
I'm saying the
said,
same thing with 2K. What's the difference? Like,
you know the difference. You don't even mean that. You
marriage
don't
is not beneficial to me at all.
and
It's
you
not.
don't
It's
even
not.
and you don't even mean that in your heart of hearts. And I'm gonna tell you how I know you don't mean it. You even was asked, 2K asked you on this very show, do you really mean you'll never get married? And you said, well, anything's possible. You
Okay, that don't
said
mean
that.
shit.
You said that. So you were even despite how you feel like it's not beneficial to you, you are still open to marriage.
Bruh.
If
Even though it's not, even though you say,
if Halle Berry walk her ass in here and say, let's get married, baby, hell yeah, I'm gonna marry. If Oprah Winfrey walk up fat ass, well, she ain't fat no more. If Oprah Winfrey walk her ass up in here right now, hey, y'all, I'm gonna marry her.
and we both know that's not who you was thinking about when you said you're open to it. You was talking about if you met a nice young lady, blah, 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 you was open to it.
Where she at? Where she at?
You clearly haven't met her, but you even said you was open to it. You don't even neither one of y'all even believe this stuff. And you're
let me tell you what
gaslighting
marriage
these
do,
men.
because this is a great example, because we have all seen it. Tisha said, I seen it work 30 plus years without paperwork. And then I've seen 5-year relationships that ended quickly after getting married. The reason why is because now, once you put the paperwork in it, one party has something to gain. It's different. When we was in a relationship and both of us broke up, we both had losses. We was both at a loss. But now, because we in a relationship and it's legally binding, one person get a benefit or incentive for leaving it.
That's not true. And I'm going to tell you how this is not true. We supposed to talk in generalizations here. The clip that we show, the woman said, you're not vetting. You're not picking the right person. You keep talking about these men that have money, which again, we've all already said that most people don't have any money. So there's no point of a prenup, but you're looking at one person has money where the other one's broke. Most people marry within their own bracket. So meaning most married, hold on, 2K. Most married people, they're both broke. So this concept that somebody's gonna win in the divorce, most people that get divorced, they're both effed up from the divorce, the man and the women, because they had to pay for the divorce.
Okay, you semi right, but ask yourself this: most women date off of what? Hypergamy, correct?
They try to and fail.
No.
Most women are not. Most women are not are successful in hypergamy. 2K, we know this. Most women are not successful in it. That's why most people are broke.
Okay, so listen, do you think the ones that's not successful in hypergamy are getting married? No. The women that are getting married is the ones that are successful in hypergamy. Okay?
Most people in America,
broke motherfuckers from the hood that's married.
What?
Name broke people from the poverty-stricken area that's married.
There are married people in the hood. What are you talking about? There are lots of broke people in the hood that are married. Now.
That's not a fair question to ask you, because you're not from there. But let me tell you,
this is what I'm saying. Do I think most people in the hood more are not married than they are? Yes, because there's a lot of degeneracy in the hood, and there's a multitude of reasons for that. But a lot of people, okay, we see people in trailers. We see people get married. Broke people get married. Working class people get married. Rich people get married. And most of the time they are married within their own tax bracket. That is a statistical fact.
Listen, even if they are in the same tax bracket, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10 in that household, the man make the most and he pay the most. So with that being said, the hypergamy is working. And if they are divorced, I'm not saying that they're going to get a lump sum of money, but they will get the shit that matters. They will get the shit that counts, from the kids to the child support to the alimony. And I'm not saying that they're going to get $5,000 a month, but they might get $500. They still are being incentivized for leaving a marriage that they never would have left had they didn't get no incentive at all. If every relationship split at an apical 0-0 split, nobody will leave nobody. Nobody. But because, hey, we gonna incentivize you for leaving him with half of his shit or whatever that could be, from $5 to $5,000, people leave. And that's the fact of the matter.
You're being disingenuous because that is not the masses. That is not the masses. Once again, most people are broke. We've all established that, or not wealthy. Like, they don't have it like that. So they're not getting anything. Most women do not get alimony in a divorce. Again, this is a statistical fact. Now, what men do have to pay is child support, so forth and so on.
Do you need alimony? Do you need it if it's already factored in with the child support? Because we know one thing for sure, two things for certain. The child support ain't never been for the fucking child. I have never got handed money from a child support, a card, or anything. It's never for the child. These are facts. So, and I don't be falling for that.
Black.
I don't be falling for that bullshit that, 2K women are making more now. You might still be making more, but you paying less. Oh shit! I guarantee you, with the little money he got, he doing the heavy lifting. And I don't think you bitches be making more. I'm just being honest. So y'all can get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit, because I know you lying.
Right.
I've already, again, I deal in facts, statistics, and reality. What you're talking about is outliers. You're talking about the outliers, and you're making it the masses.
Let's quit all the bullshit. Kelly, explain to me I got to ask this question because this is the trump card question. What can I get from marriage that I'm not getting from being in a relationship?
Nothing.
I'll tell you why, or what my reason is why I think a lot of men end up getting married. They don't want that woman to leave. They don't want the one. I'll tell you, you don't want to have to go through dating again. You don't want to have to start from scratch again, because if you invest time in a woman, and she has half a brain or some sense, she's going to expect to get married. And if you're like, I don't want to get married, I want to stay in a relationship forever. If that woman got some sense, she doesn't have any benefit of just being your girlfriend forever. Okay. She doesn't get any benefit. She doesn't get any benefit of just being in a relationship with you forever. She has no covering. She has no type of security. We know women marry often for security reasons, protection, so forth and so on.
I haven't heard a benefit yet.
I told you the benefit. The benefit is him not having to go through the cycle of finding somebody to get with his program. That's the benefit for him. He don't have to go through that shit again.
That's it.
Yep, that's the benefit.
That's the best part.
That's the benefit.
Fucking a bunch of bitches trying to see which one's right for me.
Yeah, that ain't no benefit. Fucking a lot of women is a benefit.
Well, then here's the thing. Then you can just do that forever. You could just do that forever.
Yeah.
That's not a benefit. That's a detriment. That's a loss. You taking away all my bitches.
I'll again, what I have heard, what a lot of men have said. One, I think a lot of men don't want to die alone. I think that's a real thing. I think they're scared of. And number two,
you believe in that man loneliness bullshit.
Oh, men do kill themselves. Men do be lonely. What are you talking about? Men have really high suicidal rates. But black men have the lowest. Black men have the lowest suicide rates.
So by the numbers, this twin. About 30% of married women in the USA earn more than their husbands. So that means 70% of you bitches lying. The numbers jump to up to nearly 45%, which includes cohabitating couples, not married but living together. Amongst black couples, the women is the breadwinner at a roughly 38% of marriages. 38. That means 62% of you bitches is lying. By the numbers, Kelly. Y'all wanted facts? Here they go.
don't get married. Like you don't have to get married. Like first of all, I never said women make more money than men. I never said that. I never believed that. That's
you said they on the same level.
I said most people marry within one proximity and the same tax bracket. I'll give you an example. I'll give you a better example. Okay. Iman Shumpert married Tiana Taylor. Okay. Both are millionaires. One's a way more bigger millionaire than the other, but they're both millionaires. And they was able to get married because they were in proximity together. Most people marry people with that's on their same level. Yes, men make more money than women. Yes, but they're still in the same. Usually, they're in the same tax bracket. Like, and yes.
Okay, with them being almost in the same tax bracket, Iman Shumpert still made a little bit more. Who got raped in the divorce?
Actually, we broke that down. It wasn't Iman. You played the video, Black. She got what she had already paid for. How he got raped, if we even want to call it that, was through the child support, and the child support was less than 10% of what he makes in a year that we estimated he made $1 million in a year.
Okay.
How's that?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Chaos. So, oh my God.
Like, how's that a benefit though? Paying money? I don't care how much it is. It's not
I will say this. He lost in the end. Let's I will agree with. He lost in the end, but he also set himself up because he broke the agreement. He broke the contract. He could have not broke the contract and it wouldn't have happened. But what he could have did, if he was so scared about paying this little bit of money in child support, he could have not had kids. If he was so scared about doing this, he could have not got married. Hey, let me say this really quick. These men that are so concerned about losing this or losing wealth, they're operating out of fear. If you're that scared and you hold money that much of an idol in your life, then don't get married. Don't get married. It's not like if people don't want to get married, they don't have to get married.
Nah, don't get married. Yeah, but this shit is so fucking funny.
Man, until
it's funny to me because you're married, and this man literally said that he still would get married, even though he's constantly said it doesn't benefit him. He still said he would do it. That's the funny part.
Oh, okay.
Let me hold on, up in here with her old ass. I'm gonna marry her.
Hey, thank you, T.O. Brad needed that, bro.
What the hell? What happened? Oh, he paid that?
Hey, matter of fact, Blake, he said, "Twin, I'm dropping your ass too." Oh shit! I just don't give a fuck right now. I'm dropping everybody. Y'all, Black, I know you ain't do nothing, but just think about it. Hello?
You know you fucked up, right? You
better send money. Spices, what to do, bro?
You know you fucked up, right?
He-Man woman hater, man.
Oh, the He-Man woman hater. What's up, bro?
Fix me. I'm not right.
So the question that Black asked, what do men get out of marriage? Number one, absolutely, the only thing men get out of marriage is tax breaks, which is a benefit, which is a financial benefit specifically. Now, generally speaking, women do come up off men when it comes to divorce. Now, I was watching a video and the guy said, when you're dating women, you got to categorize them. They fall into one or two categories: an asset or a liability. So if you reach the point of marriage and the woman finds out that, if you find out that the woman that you married is a liability, then you didn't vet her properly, bro.
My nigga,
because the woman is supposed to be an amplification to your greatness.
I'm not gonna let you do that, dog. Because I get so tired of everybody is a genius if we was relying on retrospective. We always talking about this, vet this shit properly. What if I just wanted to marry this motherfucker because I loved her?
Whose fault is that?
I'm saying
so first of all, I don't encourage people to marry for love. I encourage people to marry based on utility.
Okay,
that's actually smart.
This person is going to be an asset to your life. If you marry based off love, is fleeting. Love is distracting.
Man, ain't nobody no asset to my damn life. Where she at?
Well, if you find out that you're hypothetically 40, 45 years old and you ain't found one, then you the problem, bro. But I'll holler at you later.
All right, bro.
Eye spaces. No, he's right on that. If you, I get what you're saying. 2K hindsight's 2020, but at the end of the day, it still was that person's decision. I always bring up my friend that had the husband that was a cheater and they had the escorts and all of that. She was so pressed to get married, she overlooked a lot of stuff. Bless you.
Okay, we got another.
Don't bless him. He don't believe in God.
Hello.
Yeah,
that's true.
So I want to ask this question, man.
Okay.
All right. So, can most people pay bills on their own?
Yes.
You think so?
I mean,
I'm
you
paying
got
bills on my own.
So
Most people, yes.
You think one person paying all the bills in the average household?
You say what, bro?
If two people come together and move in together, you think one person is paying all the bills in the average household?
Yes.
You're wrong. I know for 100% fact you're wrong on that.
Okay, okay. So Kenny, listen, you might be right, but ask yourself, who's doing the heavy lifting?
What's the heavy lifting?
The heavy lifting, like even if they make the same thing, typically what happens, the man pays the majority of the portion. So he'll pay like the rent, and then it might be like the light bill and groceries left.
Because he makes more, 2K. He makes more.
Hold on. What you say, bro?
How much does a light bill cost?
Light bills ain't high.
How much would you say the average light bill cost?
The average light bill, let's just say 200.
How much does the average monthly grocery bill cost?
Let's say anywhere. Let's say 500.
Boy, y'all don't push the goalpost.
About
$700.
Plus her probably paying insurance and stuff like that, right?
Okay, yeah, bills. Yeah.
Okay, so it still equal out to the same amount. So what is
no, the fuck it don't. If it equaled out to the same amount, no, it don't, bro. It never equaled out to the same amount, or we just split it.
Okay, I want to ask you this. We're not talking about these rich people out here in the world. We're talking about real life people.
Neither am I.
Two people that make less than $70,000 a year get divorced right now. What assets do the man own that he's gonna lose? What fortune is he gonna lose?
Answer my goddamn question.
Exactly.
Answer my goddamn question.
Thank you, Kenny. Thank you.
Wait, let me answer your question.
Okay,
he gonna lose the kids.
He's gonna lose his kids. That is false.
Hold on. No. Wait. Let me talk to this nigga because he just don't understand.
No, hold on, okay.
Now, let me answer the question.
No, you say he gonna lose the kids.
Yes, I'm finna break it down.
You move
when he lose the kids, guess what else come with that? Now your kids
gonna lose the kids.
They turn into a fucking child support payment. You might be able to see them, but now you have to pay to see them. Kenny?
Okay.
2K, that don't have nothing to do with anything because if you didn't get married, you still wouldn't. You wasn't married. You didn't see your kids every day anyway when you wasn't married.
Hold on, wait. Hold on. Now what you say, bro?
I said, if you lived in the house with them, usually the child support that you pay monthly would be the same amount of money that you would pay if y'all lived under the same roof.
No, it wouldn't be. No, it wouldn't be.
It is,
kids, no. Listen, bro. Kids don't cost shit when they in house.
Kids don't cost shit.
It's all inclusive.
I bet you can tell me how much your kids cost.
Kenny, I guarantee fucking
what you mean? I gotta tell you.
I have said this on the show before. The only time the kids cost is when it's back to school, birthdays, and holidays. Other than that, the kids is all inclusive. Yes, but guess what? It's in the same pack that I got to eat with. And when I buy the Pick 5, everybody eating out for this. I don't have to buy them. They individual Pick 5 and have to go buy my own food.
Yeah, facts.
It's all inclusive.
Facts. It's facts.
Yes, but I don't have to spend unnecessary money and still have to spend money.
Yeah, that's facts.
How much does it cost to feed yourself on a daily basis?
On a daily basis, let's say $20.
Hold on. Today, how much would it cost to feed you?
$20.
How much would it cost to feed you and 3 kids?
$20. Because instead of buying me McDonald's, I go buy something to eat from the grocery store and everybody can eat.
Yeah,
you don't even cook, nigga.
That's what she
cook, nigga. You need to stop cooking, nigga.
You wrong.
Okay.
Hang up on that nigga.
Hold on. You first of all,
y'all ain't answering my question. Fuck that, y'all talking too much. Answer my goddamn question. You talking about I ain't gotta worry about dating it. Boy, that's not a benefit to me, Kelly. Fuck all that. I'm the one that's not married.
This is what I'm saying, okay? And shout out to Kenny for calling into the show. I'm a fan. I watch you on 2K stuff, Kenny. But this is what I'm saying. If you wasn't married and you had kids, you wasn't seeing your kids every day anyway, unless you live with the broad. So if you live with the broad and the kid situation. This is what I'm saying. We was talking about finances. That was the whole thing. We was talking about finances.
Still together in this scenario. I don't know what you're talking about right now.
This is what I'm saying as far as with the finances go. Kenny's right. Most people, they already struggling. Okay, so when they come together, it's a relief. Because now you don't have two people paying 100% of the bills. Now what you were saying, 70. And this is what you were saying, 2K. You was like, well, men do the heavy lifting. Men also make more. So logically, they would do the heavy lifting because they make more. Now, the woman, what she should do, if you vet it correctly, what she should be doing is the child rearing. Which, if you hire a nanny, that's money. That's money that would be going out. So instead of you having a nanny, okay, you have Sarah, who's a stay-at-home wife. Okay, so now you don't have to pay for a housekeeper. Now you don't have to pay for the woman stuff is being done. All right. Hold on, Black.
All right, come on now.
So to the benefit of 2K has, and I'm not trying to, 2K has his wife rearing his children while he works instead of not having anybody do this, instead of having to pay all this other stuff. Okay, so to your benefit, Black, because you do have a daughter, you would have someone that would be in the house cooking your meals. That's the benefit. Instead of you having a DoorDash, you have somebody that'll sleep next to you, that'll suck your dick, that'll have sex with you. That's a benefit. Now, if you're saying, well, I can get all of that from a relationship, sure, you can get that from a relationship. And eventually that girl will eventually leave you because you didn't give her any covering. And then you have to do the cycle all over again. Now, if you say that that's what you want to do, then do that. But that's the benefit.
Bullshit.
Hold on,
Kelly, man.
No, fuck that. Hold on. Fuck that. Kelly, I'm in the field. I say this every motherfucking show. I'm in the motherfucking field. Majority of women ain't doing the shit you saying, cooking, cleaning shit. I ask every woman I encounter. They ask me, do you know how to cook? I say, damn, do you know how to cook? Nah, not really. I know how to use an air fryer. That's not fucking cooking. So majority of the women out here ain't fucking cooking, Kelly. Majority of the women ain't cleaning. They fucking cars is dirty, nasty. They got dirt around their fucking toilet on the bottom part of it. I don't know what you talking about, Kelly, finding a woman that's goddamn cleaning and doing all that. Where's she at?
And you know what? Hold on, because I gotta reply to him. And you are so smart that you vetted those women and you didn't marry them. So shout out to you, Black.
But I'm in agreement with 2K. I got the credentials to back them up. So what's the difference? I'm not benefiting from marriage at all. It's a lose-lose if I marry, because the motherfucker statistically is gonna leave me and take half of my shit.
Now, and let's be honest, man. A lot of y'all bitches still living off the trauma of y'all fucking grandmas. Y'all don't got the hand wash no motherfucking clothes. You put them bitches in a fucking washing machine. Y'all ain't watching the kids. You putting a fucking iPad in front of their face. Y'all ain't cooking. Y'all air frying shit. Y'all ain't not fighting the same fight y'all grandmamas was fucking fighting. Half of your kids at school 8 hours at the fucking day.
If y'all women on here think y'all do all that shit, y'all cook clean and take care of a good nigga, y'all need to holler at me on Instagram and prove me wrong.
Y'all on this motherfucking line like y'all granting them. Y'all ain't got to put them fucking clothes outside on the fucking power line. You put them bitches from the washer to the fucking dryer.
Y'all musty as hell. Y'all got BO.
Y'all got dishwashers.
And you know what, 2K? And you know what, 2K? You also crash out on the women that go and get good jobs, that get education, so they don't have to do that. Because you said, well, men don't care about that. Well, I will speak for myself, okay? I'm not the best at cleaning, okay? I clean up, but I like a certain level of
your car
cleaning.
dirty.
No, my car stay clean. I'm not one of them. But I like a professional clean. I like the house to look like a maid cleaned it up. So you know what I did? I worked hard, got a good paying job, and this was before I got married. And every now and then I'd have the housekeeper come over because my mom worked hard. My mom did what she was supposed to do, but she had the housekeeper come up because that's what she wanted to do. So you have 2K over here condemning the women that get good education, that go make money.
No, I don't. I just
you
told
said
them
that
bitches,
it's
we
cool.
don't care. We don't care about it. You telling me about your fucking degrees as if you gonna give me some money.
But this is what I'm saying. Man. You say you don't care. I understand you not caring, but then this woman, she don't know how to clean because she always had a freaking housekeeper. So now you're gonna condemn her because she not good at cleaning, and you want her cleaning, and that ain't never what she did because she was busy working. She was busy getting an education to work, so she didn't have to clean. So which one is it?
Yeah, when the last time you cooked a fucking meal?
Okay, so listen, in reality, this how I should fucking go, but y'all fucking selfish. Let's say you got all these motherfucking degrees, 1 degree hotter, good. You got your bachelor's, you think you got your master's, you got all this bullshit ass degree, right? But and you don't clean. So logic, being rational will tell you, since I'm not a good cleaner and I'm a provider, let me hire somebody with my fucking money to pick up for my deficiencies. Me, I'm not. They do. No, y'all don't. The nigga have to outsource your fucking liabilities. What the fuck y'all don't do? The nigga have to outsource it.
I just told you. 2K, I just told you I hired. This is a real person that hired a real housekeeper. Who paid? I paid for it.
Most women ain't hiring no housekeeper.
All right, okay.
They just throwing clothes in the corner.
Who do you think is hiring these housekeepers? You think it's the men? Who you hiring?
You might vet them bitches, but we know who paying for it. Cause remember, y'all don't make shit.
That's not true. Even Kenny said that
I don't give a fuck what Kenny said. Kenny ain't got no relationship. Kenny ain't got no kids. Kenny ain't paying shit.
Right.
Kenny can't tell you shit about this. But
right. I'm the one with the credentials, and I'm telling you.
This is what Kenny said that I agree with. Most people pay bills, contribute to the household. So that house where the guy is paying for stuff and he's paying his fair share because he makes more, well, then you have the woman that's able to pay for the housekeeper, that's able to pay for 1 gig of Wi-Fi, that's able to pay for for other shit, because that man is not paying 100% of everything, because most couples that both are gainfully employed contribute to the household, and y'all know this. I don't know why y'all playing these games.
Okay,
y'all
so
know
listen,
this.
so listen.
No damn games.
When that TikTok,
well, maybe
trend,
not you because you say
when that TikTok trend was happening,
man, y'all hear me.
And everybody was calling their man and asking them, was telling them that they can't pay, that they have for the bills that month. We seen it. That's when we found out that all these women were lying about them doing 50-50, and men was traditionally still doing all the heavy lifting. I was shocked.
And we can't get our dicks up.
You really out here comparing a TikTok trend
to the
vast majority of Americans.
Listen, I can call real men, real poor men.
Oh, it's a real man right here. What? Hello.
They don't want to believe it. Y'all be listen. I'm telling you right now,
God
women.
Damn.
This might be a news flash to y'all. Your girl be popping it like she boss bae. Them bitches be lying. They be lying. If
having a nail, doing nails ain't a real fucking business.
But no, women lie to other women like they be super helping. Like they pay half for the rent or they pay the majority of the bills. Y'all, these bitches be lying to y'all. Just like they be lying about the niggas they fuck. They do not be doing what they say they be doing. That's why when they break up, all of a sudden your homegirl poor as a motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Cause she can't save the money no more. She got to actually spend it. But whatever, man. Y'all piss me off, man. Talking about this imaginary.
Yeah, man. Talking about and yeah, doing nails ain't a fucking real business. Hell, y'all fucking talking about some. Yeah, I do. Doing nails in a fucking kitchen ain't no fucking real business.
Doing nails is a business.
Shit.
They make a lot. They make a lot.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna entertain that.
Yeah, that's definitely a business.
Ain't fuck that.
It's definitely a business.
That's like saying a hairstylist is not a real business.
Okay, so man, we got 20 on the shot clock.
Yeah,
Let's get to this last topic before I blow my shit on here, man. Kenny, fuck you. Fuck Kenny. Fuck Kelly. Fuck Black. Fuck me. Fuck
what you mean, nigga? I'm on your side, nigga.
Fuck fuck everybody. That's how I feel right
damn,
now.
I'm on. Fuck it.
Fuck you. That's how I feel right now. Fuck you.
Man, look, y'all talking about y'all some good women in the fucking comments and shit. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all supposedly do all this bullshit. I promise. If y'all need to send me what y'all be cooking in y'all fucking kitchen to my Instagram. If y'all so motherfucking can cook and shit.
Simone say, let's not go there. I'm sorry, Simone. All right, cuz. Let's go ahead and get on over to the next topic.
Oh, we get a check over here.
Yeah. Get a little check. Get a check. Okay, so let's go to the lab. Now, this one right here, I'm gonna have to agree with the women, but let's play.
Allegations is forced. Outside of it being forced, we are also dealing with people. We forget that when you get into environments, people's thought process. Me walking into a room with Diddy, I can't sing, I can't rap, but if Diddy about to sell me a dream, you putting me in a vulnerable state. And that's going, even though I can lay a floor and do some drywall, I can't do that. So you are targeting a weak side of me that would trigger something in me that wasn't there before I met Diddy.
But that's not fair.
That's not fair.
To charge somebody
Right.
based off of not
fair.
you, because this is not you. To charge somebody for you being, and I'd love to keep a professional journalistic delivery with this, but to charge somebody because you a weak ass bitch and you believe that just means you a sucker. That just means that's just what it is. You a sucker for love. And you cannot convict someone because you believe the rap. Lying and telling you us all type of shit all the time.
But the allegations is forced. Outside of it being forced, we are also dealing with people. We forget that when you get into environments, people's thought process. Me walking into a room with Diddy, I can't sing, I can't rap. But if Diddy about to sell me a dream, you putting me in a vulnerable state. And that's going, even though I can lay a floor and do some drywall, I can't do that. So you are targeting a weak side of me that would trigger something in me that wasn't there before I met Diddy.
But that's not fair. That's not fair. To charge somebody.
Okay, so do you think that men should be held accountable for selling women dreams?
Hell fucking no. They selling the dreams all day. They selling the dreams on that fucking show. That ain't your hair. That ain't how you look. You ain't really that tall. That's a dream. Your breasts ain't that big. Your booty ain't that big. You selling us a dream. And then when we get you in the bedroom, you want to take all that shit off like you a transsexual. And then bam, titties dragging on the floor. Selling us a dream. Hell nah. We got to sell our dreams to get what we want. You sell us dreams. You say you're going to do all this, do all that.
Well, Kez, what's your thoughts? Do you think that man should be held accountable for selling women dreams?
What does held accountable mean?
Like just actions, like maybe penalties, maybe prison, like just like, hey, you wrong for that.
I think no, I don't, because at the end of the day, people make decisions and they do what they want to do. So if someone sold someone a dream and said, the only thing okay, because I'm a lot of stuff going through my mind. Okay. Overall, no. I still gotta say no, because at the end of the day, you choose what it is. Now, once that dream did not become a reality, if you still stuck around, whose fault is that? So I still gotta say no. They will be held accountable in the afterlife. I'm sorry, they'll be held accountable. Like I don't think legally. No, I don't think that. I agree with Rashida. But I'm a victim blamer. Like the case with Diddy, I don't feel like Diddy should be held accountable for anything. In this particular case, in this particular, the charges, the sex trafficking, whatever, blah 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 blah. They were willing participants. So I just feel like, y'all know me. Everything's a slippery slope. If we start holding people accountable for decisions that grown adults were making, but because they had a change of heart, where do we end up with that? So,
but like, okay, so I know how niggas lie, and I've seen like some of the worst, like despicable male lies, like ever. Like I know this one dude who told this girl to take off of work, and he was gonna pay her for the day, and fly out. He ended up flying out, but he never paid her for the day, whatever. And she needed the money, so she just went down there and got fucked, basically for the free.
That's effed up. That's effed up.
Yeah, so like in certain cases, like I do think that certain people should be held accountable in these spaces. Now, because I tell women this time, all the time. I say, if you see a sucker, lick them. But like, I feel like that the game should be regulated. Like, if you out here making promises, like even if she dumb enough to fall for them, like I feel like the game should have regulation.
For me, I have sympathy for people that are minors. And when it comes to an adult, I hear what you're saying. I do think there's a thin line between being held accountable and that was your dumb A fault. In the case with that woman, okay, I don't think the dude should be held accountable like that because you choose to take off work and you didn't get that money up front. I wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't have did that. And you chose to go down there and screw that dude. And you went down there, you didn't have any money because you could have you could have said, oh, you reneged on whatever it was. Let me go get a hotel. I'm through with you. She chose not to do that. Okay, I don't think the dude should. I don't think he should be brought up on sex trafficking charges, in my opinion.
Most women always ignore red flags just because of because it's crazy that they'll be like 2-3 years in and he beat me. No, you stayed. That's just like the Cassie situation. Cassie was with Diddy for 7 years.
In retrospect, everybody is a genius.
10.
In retrospect, everybody is a fucking genius. Everybody, I noticed every red flag after I done already seen them. So I really hate that y'all cannot get past real life deception and the amount that it happens at.
I hear what you're saying, 2K, and I do kind of agree with you. But for me, I just feel like in those cases, you got to take it on the chin. You got to pause. You got to take it on the chin and move on with your life because it was a learning lesson. Because I do agree, yeah, we're all geniuses. Hindsight 2020.
But what if these lessons?
What it is.
What if these lessons cost you severely? Let's say I was with a chick and she camouflaged herself, cosplayed herself as a good woman, wife, whoop whoop. She said,
all women do that.
Yeah, I know. Cook, clean, do this, do that, do that, do that, do that, do that, this. Get in the marriage and stop doing it. So now she taking half of my shit, like the last scenario. Is it still my fault? Or should she be held accountable for the lies that she sold?
I think she should be held accountable for the lies that she sold because she sold you a bill of goods and she did not deliver on the bill of goods. That's why I say it's a thin line because you entered in a contract in good faith thinking this is what it was and that's not what it was. So I agree with you on that one.
Okay, and see this is where the last topic kind of come in because all of us are moving on good faith. And good actors of that as a wife. The minute they decide to leave us, they take half of our shit. And instead of them paying us or them being reprimanded, it's us that has to foot the bill for the lies that they told.
Facts.
So what type of being held accountable do you think? What does that look like?
That to me, we got to get to some marriage reform. We need change. This 50-50 default shit, that got to go. The kids just going to the women, they got to go. We need to start, because if we paying the judges anyway, let's pay them to do some actual work. Look at the motherfucking case. Let's put all of the determining factors into how we got here, and then let the judge make a decision. Make the fucking judge work for the money that we paying them. But this shit is out of hand. We already know in a divorce, without knowing anything, who's going to be the beneficiary and who's going to suffer tremendously because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Checkmate.
Mm-hmm.
Checkmate.
I don't have a rebuttal to that. I mean, as far as with the judges, most of these judges, I said this before, most of these judges are men. This was always my thing. I don't know how we could blame women for the judicial system that's ran by men. that was my argument earlier, but it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know.
This is how, okay? Men run the judicial system, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. The lawyers, the judges, yep.
All right. What was the
lawmakers?
What was the course of action when y'all couldn't vote? What did y'all do?
I think the suffrage movement, they protested.
Okay, bam, right,
something
cool.
like that.
What was the course of action when y'all didn't have rights?
What rights you mean? You mean like the right to vote, the right to vote,
like
or
when women? Okay, so basically, what I'm trying to say is,
I think they protested. Protest.
Okay.
Civil unrest. I would say civil unrest.
So listen. So when
lobbying,
all that. When the ball wasn't in y'all court, you guys went to hell and high waters. Now that you guys are benefiting about it, y'all are choosing to turn a blind eye, acting like you don't see it, and you ain't saying shit.
Okay.
That's the problem. Now that y'all benefit from the shit, y'all ain't got nothing to say when y'all know it's wrong. That's the problem.
No, what is wrong?
Okay,
I'm not going to try to gas. I'm really not trying to gaslight you. This is what I'm saying. Okay, I think it's wrong for a woman to withhold a child from a man. I think that's wrong. Okay, now if you are saying 2K, I need to advocate for these men. My question would be: the phone lines are open. We got a caller up here. The phone line up. If I'm like, I don't know what, like, this is what I'm saying. Women advocated for these rights. If men want to change, I think men have to be the ones to advocate for their rights. I, as a woman, can't sit up here and advocate for a man when I see personally, let me finish. When in my own life, I see women, I don't see the women that you see, 2K. The only women, these women that are terrible with holding their kids and this, that, and the third, they're celebrities. In my real life, one of my best friend has her baby father on child support. Dude only pays $200 and some, and he's in the rears, and she never withheld him. So I can't hold my friend accountable. You know what I'm saying? So I had a friend, and I'm not even cool with her like that. Now, I had a friend that did want to withhold her child from the child's father. And I said, oh, that's not right. And she told me to mind my effing business, and I don't have any kids. And you know what I did? I didn't say nothing to her no more, and we not cool like that no more. So my in summation, what do you want me to do? How as me as a woman hold these broads accountable?
I like how you brought up the fact that you as a woman can't advocate for men. Correct. Yes, that's what you said. I
misspoke because I actually do advocate for men. I have advocated on this platform platform talking about Halle Bailey. So I did advocate for DDG. I have advocated for men.
Okay, so by the omission of your statement, you were saying, what am I, a woman, supposed to do when advocating for men when it was a man that made your advocation come true as a woman to vote?
Hold on. We're conflating two different things. I'm saying I have advocated for men. I have done that. So I'm saying in real life, what would you want me to do? You want me to write my congressman? And I'm not trying to be funny. What would you want me to do?
I want you to do everything that the feminist movement did for y'all to start getting equal paying jobs. I need
women
all
don't
that.
Have equal pay. Do we have equal pay? I thought women don't have equal pay.
Y'all don't work as much, but okay, no. So it's not.
Okay.
It's not equal pay.
Okay.
Y'all be running out the job. Okay, so when y'all got these fights, and you know what I'm talking about, we need y'all with the same picket fences, just like men was saying.
Why ain't came out on mute? Shit.
All above. We need that same energy when y'all was going through injustice, because you know a smart man verse said, a threat to justice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And you know what I'm talking about. So it's today, y'all benefiting from it. Tomorrow, you might don't. So
well, I also don't remember men advocating for women during these things, because when I saw the suffrage movement from textbooks and stuff, because this was a long time ago, it was women organizing, majority white women organizing to do these things. So why don't you men do that? Why don't you men come together and advocate for yourselves? Like women advocated for them. White women came or women came and advocated for themselves to these white men. And these white men said, you're right. So why don't you men come together and advocate to these same white men in power?
Because it wasn't no women in Congress at that time. So, it wasn't no men in Congress, because they the ones that didn't push the bills through and pass the bills. So, yeah, you're right. No men were responsible. It was just women.
That's not what I said. I said white men. I said
the
lawmakers, the women came and organized and advocated for themselves to these white men. So why don't you men come together and advocate for yourselves to these men? Because we've already established that the judicial system is male dominated.
Okay. We gonna get the last call in from Canada. What's up, bro?
Hey, because y'all get so far off topic, I was calling about the topic of men being held accountable for women. That's what I was calling for initially. And I wanted to say, no, man shouldn't be held accountable for wasting a woman's time and selling her a dream. Because if I'm teaching you a lesson right now, I'm teaching you something your mama and your daddy didn't even teach you. You believe in spirituality, right? Your spirituality is strong. If the universe didn't tell you that you met an enemy, it is my job to show you that the universe is wrong and you come believe in me.
Okay.
You don't agree with that?
I mean, at some point, bro, you can be wrong. If I told you a blatant lie, like, it can nothing in the universe do or prepare you for.
But what happened to intuition? Why the only time intuition works is when when she trying to catch her man cheating. Why intuition don't ever kick you? You said you grew up around a bunch of your uncles and your brothers and stuff. I'm proving you that you grew up around a bunch of weak ass men that ain't teach you shit. So you're going to learn a lesson from me, and you're going to be a better person, and you're going to know how to make better decisions in the next time.
So Kenneth, so my rebuttal to you is, okay, so I hear you say weak man and shit, but what if she didn't grow up around a bunch of niggas that lie? And she run into a liar?
Well, you know whose fault that is? That's her fault. Didn't you just say earlier that Jesus died for our sins? Don't let his death go in vain. So you need to be out here lying.
That's why accountability has to be had.
You said what, Pete?
That's why accountability has to be had, because like y'all, I don't know who y'all think humans are.
Well, last time I checked, black women was magical, so you need to use your magic.
All right, bro. At least we got 1 minute, man. I'm finna get ready to get out, Ken.
Oh, now don't nobody want that I ain't telling the truth. Ain't black women magical?
I say so, but I don't prescribe to that shit neither. I know that shit a lie.
I don't think it's a lie.
I think women are women.
I think black
I don't
women
give a fuck what color
magical.
y'all. They are. It's not magical.
It's trying to take your spirituality It's trying to test the universe and it's trying to test that magic and them powers.
Okay. All right, bro.
I do think some people got to learn the hard way, and you hope they learn, and sometimes they don't. But I will say this to the chat. I will say to what 2K was saying, women are not going to organize and help to do anything that will basically undermine them. That is what we know. That is what 2K was saying. That's what he gets at. I advocate for men. I am, some of you ladies in the chat, you guys advocate for men. Most black women, not black women, most women are not going to do that. And they're not going to do it because it benefits them. So they're not going to do it. So yes, 2K, you are right in that regard. They're not going to do it.
We got the show today, though. I'm gonna be mad all day. I got to talk about got the Come On Kids show tonight.
Yeah. Well, not Jesus. You're going to talk about not believing in anything. I look forward to it.
Okay. Want to go put that out officially so they can catch us if y'all want to tune in.
Oh yes. Okay. So I have my show tonight. Oh my gosh, I never have the titles up, but I'm going to be talking about urban spirituality, crystals, church, and believing nothing at all. And it's it's not an open panel, but it is a panel. 2K will be there. Fatty will be there. I have a friend of mine that does tarot. She will be there. And I have a young man that is a Christian. He's on TikTok. He will be there. My channel is Kelly Corinne Show. I will put it in the chat. And the show starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 1 a.m. London time. So see y'all there. Black.
Man, y'all just follow me, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna be doing nails. Apparently, y'all be getting paid, so I'm gonna have a tutorial on how to do nails on there today.
I don't think you know how much that industry make, bro.
I'm gonna find out today.
If they do $100 nail set, and then they turn around and do, well, how much I pay for the feet?
At least $50.
Bro,
starting at 50.
And then they gon' tip. It's almost a requirement to tip. Bro, they make a lot of money, bro.
I know for a fact I had nail techs that made more than me. I know they did.
Like a lot. A lot.
I mean, well into six figures.
They can do more than one customer at the same time. Like they might be on the hand and then they might be soaking her feet while they getting ready for the feet. Then they'll switch positions out. They make a lot of money, cuz. A lot.
I'm gonna be doing feet then. I guess I'm gonna be doing feet then, y'all.
Let's say if they do nails. They got one client an hour. They technically make $65 to $70 an hour. People go to school for years to make that type of money.
If they didn't make any money, they wouldn't do it. I don't even know why Black even said why he said that.
Because there's a lot of they do that shit at the house and I only have 3 clients a week.
No, they go get service now.
Okay. All right.
I ain't gonna lie.
You thinking about them Asians and them Koreans.
They make money too.
Know what I'm saying? That's who making the money. All right, we ain't gonna talk about this shit.
Yeah, that sounds yeah.
Yeah, Kelly, we ready to talk about other ethnic groups.
I would say I wasn't gonna go there. I was gonna say, why would you think that the Black people make less than the Asian people? Why do the Asians have superior business ethics than the Black people?
They do.
They about their money. I will say
do
that.
Make more.
Bless you.
Thank you. They do make more though. No fact. They just got more. Like they got more of what you need. Like they got establishments, staff,
air conditioning,
all the colors. They got everything. So it is. I mean, just calling a spade a spade. But it's time for us to get on up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with us on the Don't Piss Me Off Morning Show. Make sure you subscribe to the TikTok and to the YouTube, and make sure you hit that like button on the way out. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. It is time for us to go. Black, take us out, Cap.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Quite frankly, this is the best morning show I have ever heard. Let's make YouTube great again.